Yeah. I'm a disgrace. I'm literally a disgrace. But before we get into it, obviously I want to apologise for the lack of videos over the past 2 months, 3 months. I can only apologise for that. My main reasoning is that work got very, very hectic very quickly around that time period. Thankfully, it has died down now, which means I'm able to do streaming and YouTube more. Speaking of streaming, and my Twitter, and my Discord, all here, around the bottom of the screen they'll be. Make sure you give me a follow to catch me when I'm on live on Twitch, which is at least 4 times a week. But yeah, I do apologise for the lack of videos, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you all forgive me, and we'll be back to more videos, starting with episode 1 of AC Milan. Here we are then, we have arrived at Milan and we are ready to get AC Milan back into the powerhouses that they were once about 10 or 15 years ago. Obviously, as a Liverpool supporter, I have some fond memories of playing against, I didn't play against Milan. Have you seen me? Does it look like I play football? Don't answer that. No, but I have fond memories as a Liverpool supporter of playing Milan many times. Obviously, the most enjoyable moment as a Liverpool fan will be that 2005 final that we had against them, and then heartbreak that we had in the 2007 final. And the ultimate goal of this save, which will be lasting to roughly the end of December, start of January, and then we will go into our long-term save, which will probably last 10 or 11 months. But the ultimate goal of this save is to get Milan to win the Champions League, win Serie A, and be the powerhouse that they once were 10 or 15 years ago, as I've already said. And I think it's safe to say that AC Milan's squad is probably the strongest it's been in a while. AC Milan have been one of them sides. They've always been a very interesting save on Football Manager for quite a few years, I think. I've always been quite interested in them, and they've got some very interesting prospects as well, which we will go through player-wise in just a little second. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this save. I think this save is going to be really, really interesting. Obviously, it could end with me getting sacked, which, is ultimately a possibility, but I am a managerial genius, so the chances of that happening is slim to none. So don't you worry your little cotton socks. Okay then, so it is time to get into the squad, and obviously the big name that's arrived this summer, and we are going to start off with him, is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Don't ask about the accent. I'm not too sure either, to be honest. I'm not too sure where that came from. But Zlatan on FM21 is absolutely ridiculous. Like, for 38 years old, we're probably only going to be able to get one season out of him, more than likely, just because obviously on FM he's probably going to be retiring very, very soon. In real life, Zlatan's probably going to be going to like 41, 42 realistically, but his stats for Zlatan is absolutely stupid. This guy is still world class. Zlatan is still world class and can definitely bang in the goals for us this year. So I don't necessarily think the striker and options are going to be an issue for us. Then obviously, if we base it off ability, we have the likes of, oh Jesus Christ, Hakan Calhanoglu. I'm sure that's right. A left winger, once again, 26 years old, really, really, really good player. Definitely someone that we're quite fortunate to have. He's been at Milan for quite a while, originally bought from Bayer Leverkusen for 19 million, so quite a lot of money as well. Played there 4 years, played a lot of games, so he looks like he is a favoured personnel of Milan. Then we have the likes of Theo Hernandez, obviously once upon a time at Real Madrid, rumoured to become quite the player at Madrid. Is he on loan or do we buy him? We bought him for 18 million, so I don't know what Madrid are doing there, but this guy is once again really, really good. And I go back to the fact that Milan's side is really, like, it's definitely one of the strongest it's been in a while, I think, personally. If you disagree, feel free to say in the comments, and let me know what your thoughts are on this side as well. Let me know if you're happy, unhappy, any specific areas you think I should strengthen. We then have someone that I haven't seen before, once again very young, alongside Theo Hernandez, 22 years old, Ismail Benacer, a centre mid, worth 30 million. The mentals are pretty nice for his age. 17 dribbling, looks like he could be a decent playmaker. Obviously, we're going to have to build our squad quite, like, mainly around Zlatan to get him the chances, because he's going to be the person that's going to be scoring us goals this year. And then we go to the guy that's been 21 years old for about 7 years, and it is a Gianluigi Adona. Definitely one of the best goalkeepers in the game, and still has a lot of what's the word? What word am I looking for? A lot of potential to grow. He's probably not going to grow massively more, but the fact that he can still get a little bit more progress is really, really nice. But yeah, definitely one of the better goalkeepers in the game. He's not relatively quick, but the one-on-ones and reflexes, I'm a big fan of. And his passing 7, which normally I like my goalkeepers to have good passing. But the fact that he's 21 years old, never know, a big team might come for him, and if that does happen, we could be put in a little bit of an awkward situation whether or not we want to get rid of him or if we want to keep him. So we'll go through a few of the other big players. We won't be as in-depth with the rest of the players, like some of the players down the bottom half of the squad sort of view. But obviously we have Alessio Romagnoli. Used to be a wonder kid in FM a few years ago, probably isn't that now at 25, but he is currently injured for 5 weeks to 2 months. So we are going to be without him for a good chunk of the start of the season, which is a little bit disappointing because he is a very, very good centre-back. Really, really good ball-playing defender as well, which, once again, I'm sure most of us that play FM like to play with ball-playing defenders. We then have Ante Rebic, once again, quite young. We have a very young squad, I'm noticing, which can only bode well for the future. Ante Rebic, striker, so we do have some backup for Zlatan if Zlatan does get injured. Looks like he's more of a poacher, really, than anything. I mean, maybe not. Decisions and headings pretty low. So probably an advanced forward or pressing forward as it's recommending here. Still, that 10 decision making's not brilliant, but that finishing and composure and his physicals are pretty nice as well. I don't think you'll get much game time if I'm honest with Rebic, because he's going to be second fiddle to Zlatan. And then the final, let's say, 3 players that we're going to go into. Actually, there's one more as well. Frank Kessie, centre mid, once again, was a little bit of a little bit of a wonder kid in past FMs. And he's probably the one person in the Milan squad was a wonder kid a few years ago that's lived up to his potential. Really, really good centre midfielder. Probably going to be deploying him in that box-to-box role with that 19 stamina, that 16 work rate and 17 teamwork. He looks like he's going to be absolutely ridiculous. Simon Kjaer, centre-back, 31 years old, so definitely someone we're going to have to keep an eye on over this year and potentially next year. Someone we're going to need to replace, potentially with a regen. Or if we get someone in through this transfer window, which we will go through our finances in just a second, but I did think that squad would be the most important thing to cover first. Raphael Leo. I know someone on my Twitch specifically is a fan of this. Frank, shout out to... sorry, I forgot about the name. Shout out to Funky Barney. Massive fan of Raphael Leo. He's also doing an AC Milan save, so this is going to be interesting. Raphael Leo, left winger, has a 21 years old, a good amount of potential as well. He's quite a technical player. His technicals are pretty nice. Physically very good. His mentals aren't fantastic. Positioning, the concentration and bravery and aggression. Not really massive mentals to be worried about, potentially, other than that concentration. But on the left wing, he's probably not going to be required to stay concentrated as much as we might need from, say, a defender. And then the final person we are going to look for, everyone's favourite wonder kid in FM, the person everyone buys at some point in their FM careers is Sandro Tonali. Obviously, he's on loan from Brescia. Definitely one of the best wonder kids in this year's game and last year's as well. Definitely someone we're going to be looking to make the most of. Obviously, we currently got him on loan. I'm assuming there's some sort of potential to buy, I'm guessing. I'm not too sure. But his contract doesn't run out next year. I was looking at the wrong tab. Well done, Alex. Definitely someone I'm very look forward to playing with, because I don't think I've ever used Tonali. Or if I have, it's been on a very rare occasion. So this will be a first for me. And a first for managing Milan as well. I haven't managed Milan in a while, and even when I did, it wasn't for that long. So I'm very interested to see how this squad can perform. Obviously, Serie A is primarily dominated by Juventus. Zebra, Alex, Zebra, get it right. You don't want to be told off. No, but Zebra, as we're going to call them, the animal, obviously dominating Serie A for quite a long time. Milan last win in the league in 2010-11. So that is ultimately going to be our main goal, is getting Juventus off their perch and hopefully getting the baseball bat and just knocking them off their perch with ferocity. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. He's back. I'm going to show you how ferocious. This is how ferocious we're going to knock Juventus off. See that? That's how ferocious we're going to be. I've just caused an almighty uproar by throwing Gaza there. I can only apologise. No, but I think we'll go into our club vision now. My ultimate goal for this season, or my goal for this season, is to get into the top 4. And I think with the squad we have, we could definitely do that and potentially challenge for the title, maybe with a few additions here and there. I haven't pinpointed any specific positions that I'm looking for, but I'm sure when we go and do transfers and stuff, there will be some, there'll definitely be some players coming in. I mean, we'll have a look at our finances. So we actually have 15 million to spend, which for people that don't know, obviously the FM21 has been adjusted with everything that's going on in the world right now. Coronavirus, that has heavily affected football. So finances and the way clubs are run in this game are altered, I think, for the first season. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's for the first season. So you won't be seeing ridiculous transfers, or at least you're not meant to, for the first season, and then next season things will slowly get back to normal. So it does have an effect on the game at the moment. But 15 million is quite a bit of money when you consider we can use installments as well. So it'll be interesting to see who we actually get in. So let's get into what our board is saying. Obviously, there's a lot of new additions into the game this year. We're not going to create a tactic immediately, but we are going to go into a Club Vision expectations meeting with, I don't know who my boss is, basically, which isn't a good start. If you want to sack me now, go ahead. I mean, I'm a terrible employee. So let's set the current vision. So they want us... There's a heavy focus on youth development, as you'd expect, and they want us to qualify for the Euro Cup. So they want us to get higher than 5th, basically, which we can definitely do. I think definitely achievable. And obviously, transfers here already pre-done. Now let's have a quick look at where what's the word? Where the press are expecting us to finish. So they're expecting us to finish 5th. So they are expecting us to meet our target, which personally I think we can do better than that. Honestly, I think that they're being a little bit harsh and they're very much underestimating the power of Zlatan. But yeah, this squad is really, really good. I'm really looking forward to using it, especially with we've got a very young squad. We'll go into our youth development centre, see if there's anyone. Okay then, right, we have some very interesting youngsters on we have Daniel Maldini. I can only assume his father is Paolo. Yes, it is Paolo Maldini, come on. Lorenzo Colombo, once again, wow, he is really good for 18 years old, blimey. Potentially someone that can be in sort of like mentor to Ibra, maybe. Obviously, he doesn't mentor Ibra. Ibra mentors him. No one mentors Ibra. No, but Lorenzo is someone that we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on because he looks juicy. A few years' time, if we develop him correctly, definitely someone we can keep an eye on. Right, so We're going to focus him on attack and movement. Try and progress him a little bit more. So, yeah, what we're going to do now, ladies and gentlemen, is we are going to... Well, I am going to go through all the transfers. If there is any, I don't know. I might not do any transfers at all. We're going to go through the transfers, if I do any, and then we'll come back. We'll go through them, and we will be playing the first game in Serie A today, and that is against... Dun, dun, dun! It's not that one. Verona. Let's see how we get on. So, just been a meeting with the lads, and they're all kicking off. I've been in the job less than a month, and somehow I've managed to absolutely annoy everyone. So yeah, people are upset. And to be honest, some of it's probably my fault, some of it's not. Basically, there has been transfers. However, well, one, didn't realise you had limited space for the Euro Cup because I'm an idiot. So I've annoyed the player that I brought in less than 2 weeks ago. Two, people are coming for my players and I'm refusing to let them go. And three, I did a team talk wrong. People are fuming. I can't believe it. We'll get on to why players are really upset in just a second. What we'll do is we'll go through the transfers. And I did say I wasn't too sure if players would be coming in or out, but players have been going in and players have been going out. We're going to kickstart with the one player that has gone out for big money to FC Bayern Munich, which was Frank Kessel, or Kessie. I'm sure some of you are probably a little bit confused as to why I would let him go. 23 years old, absolutely fantastic player. The issue is when you have a team like Bayern Munich come for your player, they kick up a little bit of a fuss. And for 30 million... it's a lot of money, and I was able to reinvest that sort of money into the side with two very good players, and he's actually played his professional debut for Bayern Munich and got a 6.5 rating, so potentially a masterstroke on my side. Although Frank is a very good player, I don't think he's worth 30 million, and I think we did get someone that I think is just as good as Frank here, for not as much money. And from that, well, the first player that I got in before we even got in Frank was Lucas Mora, and that is the player that I've annoyed straight from the bat. Lucas Mora, in real life, I've always been a massive fan of Lucas Mora. I'm not entirely sure how he is in FM21 or FM20 because I didn't actually manage him, but we were desperate for a right winger. We were very weak on that side, and the fact that he can play left and up front as well, very versatile player, is very, very useful. But obviously we're going to be playing him predominantly. Oh, I don't know the word. We're going to be playing him mainly on the right side. Really, really good player. I'm really excited to see how Lucas gets on. Obviously, he's had a good few years at Tottenham, and some of you may be raising an eyebrow as to why we spent 34 million on him. But I think he's going to, and he's 28 years old as well, which potentially an issue. But I think with a player like Lucas Mora in our side, we can definitely challenge for potentially the title. I mean, I've upped my expectations. I want to challenge for the title. I want to do it. I want to do it, and it's going to happen. So the second player we brought in, which was basically a direct replacement for Frank Kessie, was William Cavalio. And obviously William Cavalio a few years ago was rumoured to be going to the big boys in Europe, so like to Barca, Madrid, Liverpool, Man United, all the big sides. And then he went to Real Hispalis. So I'm not saying that it's a downgrade from Sporting, but not the side that all of us thought he'd be going to. But he is back in potentially a big side. I mean, I feel like Milan are still a really big side in Europe. Obviously, as said before, not as big as they once were, but definitely on the centre stage here for William Cavalio. So can he make the most of his opportunity? And with the stats that he's got, I am excited to be using William. He's going to be basically just a defensive midfielder. We're not going to be making the most out of his passing or his vision that much. Obviously, he has the opportunity and the freedom to, dictate play from the back, but his main role is to just be in front of that defensive line and make sure that we don't concede many goals. And with that, this is the side that we are going to be going into today's game with. Obviously, we are going to be starting Lucas and Mora. In terms of our finances, we still have 9 million left. However, our wage budget is skyrocketed, as you can imagine. We are going to fix that. So we have 1 million to spend. Never mind. But yeah, going into today's game against Verona, we had a really good pre-season. Didn't see that game. 4-0 against Zebra. That's always a good start, isn't it? Brilliant. Didn't see that. I'm glad I didn't. I wish I hadn't seen it at all now, because now I'm absolutely terrified. No, but other than that, Juventus... Zebra game. We've had a pretty decent pre-season. We beat our second team at 3-0, Monza 4-1, a 0-0 draw against Lazio, and a 3-1 win against Sporting. Obviously, William Cavalio playing against them as well, so he was no doubt loving life. And then we did play a home game against Cracovia, a 1-0 win in the second qualifying round. And we are into the third qualifying round now, so hopefully we can get into the Euro Cup. The club's vision of that is they want us to qualify. Oh, no, that's Serie A. I'm an idiot. They want us to actually get to the semi-final minimum. Wow, okay. So there is a lot of pressure on us to actually progress in the Euro Cup and get to the semi-final of the Italian Cup as well. Wow, the boards have high expectations about me at the moment, which I'm slightly concerned and scared about. Atletico Madrid and Manchester City are interested in Theo Hernandez, and with a £41.5 million bid potentially in the making, I would definitely sell Hernandez. I'm getting this out here right now. I would 100% sell Hernandez for 41 million. And you know that whole, there's not going to be any ridiculous transfers. I was completely wrong. Apparently there's ridiculous transfers going left, right and centre. You can almost see them fly behind me. Left, right, over. Blimey. Transfers are all over the place. But let's get to the side and let's get into this Verona game. Okay, so this is the formation and the side that I have decided that I am going to stick with for the majority of the season. This is the side that I primarily like to be able to field out pretty much every game. So we've obviously got Donnarumma in goal. We've got Conte is currently injured, so our right back for the time being is going to be David Calabrera, and then we've got Simon Kjaer, Romagnoli and Theo Hernandez as our prime back four. Obviously, Lesio is just coming back to full fitness, so I might actually not play him in this game, and we might play Gabbia instead, just to get that full fitness in Gabbia, and because Lesio isn't fully fit yet. We then have a William Carvalho, Tonali and Benakir in that midfield trio. We then have a Lucas Mora, Hakan, I'm just going to call him Hakan, I'm sorry, but I can't say his name, and then Zlatan Ibrahimovic up top. And I feel like this is a very strong first 11. I feel like with this first 11, there's definitely going to be some... I'm really happy. I'm really happy with the side that we've got, with the signings we've got as well, with Lucas Mora and William Cavalio in the side. I'm definitely more optimistic about potentially challenging for the top four or potentially title if we go on an incredible run. But obviously we're going to need to get a positive result away at Verona, so maybe not as easy a match as I was first predicting. But I mean, I love this page. I said it on my Twitch stream, but this page is beautiful. Definitely one of my most favourite parts about FM this year is this sort of like team sheet. It's so cool. I absolutely adore it. Okay, into the team talk, and obviously there is some interesting things that you can do with team talks now, and you're damn right that I'm going to be doing this all the time. Of course I am. It's me. What do you expect? So we are going to say outstretched arms. If we play our game, we'll win. You're all very capable of that. Are you motivated, people? Are you motivated? Say yes or no. Yes? Brilliant. Right. We're definitely going to be pumping fists sooner or later. Conor McGregor style. Like that. Yes. Right. Here we go, boys. Into the tunnel we go. I don't care about broadcast interview. Forget it. Right. Here we go. Chances galore. 3-0. Get it on. Milan. So just so people are aware, we are playing 1 tick above match speed, and we are going to be playing full match speed when there's text only highlights, and we are going to be playing on key highlights as well. And it looks like there's going to be a chance here, and it's slightly concerning that Verona do have the ball. That is a little bit of a concern, and they spread out wide to DeMarco. Can we defend this? We don't defend it very well. DeMarco on the left-hand side. Oh, it's not a penalty. I thought it was a penalty. Oh, Jesus. It may as well have been a penalty. Donnarumma, what a save. I don't know how that... Everyone just stopped. It felt like everyone just stopped in the middle of the pitch. And whenever you used to see that in FM20, it always used to be a penalty. So, okay, I'm glad that wasn't a penalty, because that would have made me eat my words. But initial chance for Verona, very concerning. Obviously, we have the new XG into this year's game, expected goals, so we'll be able to keep an eye on that throughout the game. And there is a chance for the Milan side, and it is Gabbia with a prime opportunity just in front of goal, and should be 1-0 up, really. You'd probably say the same about Verona. And it looks like we are getting into the game a little bit. It's a massive clearance from Verona there. Calabria, great ball to Lucas Mora. Can he make an immediate impact? He gets intercepted. Where's Zlatan? But the goalkeeper gets his hands to it. 15 minutes, a lot of chances initially for both sides, really. You wouldn't say there's been a clear and obvious side that's been on top. But this is Lucas Mora. And he smashed it against the post. And that was a prime opportunity to put ourselves 1-0 up. And there's chances everywhere. Hopefully for us. I mean, this is concerning. Right. Please don't hit it. Okay, Donnarumma is a capable goalkeeper. And he is able to... He's got hands, basically. Okay, Theo Hernandez. I want to see us play the ball around a little bit more. I feel like we're not being as creative as we could. And with balls like that, we're not going to have a good chance in this game. It's nearly intercepted. I mean, it's a loose ball. And they've gone all the way back to the keeper. Zlatan's going to put the pressure on, but well composed by the keeper there. And Verona are getting a lot of chances. And they have a very narrow formation. I did see that before this chance. They're playing like a 4... Oh, good rushing out there, Donnarumma. They're playing a 4-2-2-2 narrow. Which I very rarely see any teams play in Football Manager. But obviously, new game, new rules, ladies and gentlemen. New game, new rules. Lucas Mora, it's got to be a goal. And ladies and gentlemen, it's a possible foul. Don't do this, VAR, before I celebrate. It looks like Lucas Mora with his first goal of the season on his debut for AC Milan. And what a run it is. I mean, it's a great ball by Tonali, the sort of balls that we're going to be looking for throughout the season. And he slots it past the keeper, putting us 1-0 up, 28 minutes gone. Easy peasy. Okay, another chance here, and it is us on the ball, which I am a fan of. Theo, he passes it into Zlatan. Is he going to play him through? He does. Tonali, is it 2-0? Why was I worried? This game, right? You know what? It's easy. Let's all chillax, as they used to say in the older generation, younger generation, as we used to say in school. Just chillax now. 2-0, great goal. So now Tonali with a fantastic, let's get ourselves up. Great ball by Zlatan. And one thing I've realised about the new FM21 or the new FM is that it's there's better finishing, which I'm a massive fan of. Like, obviously, in last year's game, the finishing was suspect, to say the least. You know, you'd have players that should be finishing the easiest of chances, just not. And it's nice to see that there's more goals in this year's game, and you know, it looked a good finisher is actually going to finish the basic of chances, and it was shown there by Lucas Mora. And Zlatan, he's been in the game a lot, but he does lose possession, big Zlatan, and I'm sure we'll criticise him in the half time about that, and I'm sure all the response I'll get is, I am Zlatan. Oh, what a save, Donnarumma. Great save. Going into half time 2-0 up. I would like that. However, they do have a corner, but it's cleared away, and Lucas Mora could go on a little bit of a run, but for some reason he doesn't go for the ball. However, he does do a tackle, and it's not a great ball away. However, I am suspicious this might be a counter-attack opportunity for us here. It's a great ball, and what a save from the 21-year-old Donnarumma again. You love to see it. Once again, it feels like he's been 21 for about 15 years. It feels like, yeah, he was 19 for about 17, for about 5 of them years. So, you know, Donnarumma, going into half time, we love to see it. Start second half, and we're not going to throw the water bottle. Not yet, anyway. I'm happy. Hands on hips, as we're doing the hokey cokey. No, we're going to do our hands together, hands clasped together cautiously, like we are praying. And we're going to go, I'm very pleased. Keep it going, boys. Don't let your performances drop. And all of them look inspired. Even Zlatan's inspired. And once you've got Zlatan on side, you've basically won the game. Okay, chance late on in the second half, and there hasn't been as many chances in this half as there was in the first half, and that's a wild tackle from I think that was Tonali, was it? Can we make it 3-0? Can we make it a clean and comfortable victory here as our first game as managers? Calabraro seems to be fighting a little bit with their fullback, and we're playing it around well here. Theo on the left-hand side hasn't really been involved much this game, but he could be getting an assist here. It's Tonali, and it's a penalty. Is VAR going to check it? That is the main question, and I think the referee's going over to the TV. We all know what the decision's going to be. AAR, Alex assistant referee, says penalty. Wrong timing. Penalty. AAR, get it done. Right, who's taking penalty? I can only assume it's Zlatan. It is. Can Zlatan get his first goal as a player under my management? Of course he does, because it is Zlatan with a 3-0 lead here. And with that, we are going to make a few changes. We're going to bring Raphael Leo on for... We're going to bring him on for Tonali. Okay, maybe not, because he can't play there. How do I go back? Can I not go back? Undo. Where does he like... Oh, we're going to bring him on for Hakan. And we'll bring on... who do we want to bring on? We'll bring on Samu for Lucas Mora. Get himself a round of applause from the away fans with a goal. And I can't remember if he got an assist or not, but he's definitely got himself a goal as he runs off the pitch. He's loved by the fans already. And quite frankly, he's loved by me. Me and Lucas is better than Max and Paddy, ladies and gentlemen. We're basically a British TV comedy show, and it's a great ball, and somehow he hasn't scored. As they make a few substitutions, 70 minutes gone, can we see the game out and potentially keep a clean sheet? It's a corner, set piece, Beneka with the corner in, and are they going to counter-attack? They don't. Gabia gets to the ball first, thankfully. Ball into middle to Kejer, Sammy, Ibra, Tonali. All you can do is applaud, ladies and gentlemen. All you can do is applaud that sort of goal. 4-0, and what a finish this is from Leo. Obviously a substitute. He hits it first time. The keeping suspect, but Leo just hits it with such ferocity that the keeper has no chance. And you love to see it. 80 minutes gone. Let's go a bit more attacking. We want 5. We want 5. We want 5. 6 maybe, if we're lucky. I mean, time's ticking away, and he couldn't ask for a better start. In our first game in charge, a 4-0 away win against a very poor Verona side. And as you can see, the expected goals, that we were miles ahead. And everyone got a decent rating. Tonali with an 8.2. Ibra with a 7.7. Cavalio with a 7.0. You love to see it. And into the dressing room we go. I'm very happy. We're going to... What do we do? We're going to do outstretched arms. I'm very happy. Well done, boys. And that is a fantastic result. You couldn't ask of anything more from the boys there. Anything better. And obviously it's nice to see Lucas and William have such a major impact on their first game. And Pep Guardiola is spotted in the stands, keeping an eye on Theo Hernandez. Fingers crossed we don't get any, bids, because that could be disastrous, because Theo is absolutely brilliant. However, 40 million, Pep, you can have him. You can have him, Pep. Let's get a relationship early on, me and you, Pep. Okay, so we are coming toward the end of the episode, and of course we do need to choose a game that we're going to come back for next. And obviously, because this is quite a long-term save, I'm more than happy to do more games in a season. Obviously, I said in the earlier the episode, I believe, that I'm looking for this to last at least till Christmas, and maybe start of January, maybe a little bit beyond that. But we're definitely going to be hopefully getting quite a lot of seasons out of this save because I'm buzzing for a Milan save, I'm telling you. So I think the next game we're going to come back for is going to be the Lazio game. Obviously, Lazio, a big side in Serie A. You know, they've sort of challenged for the top 4 for quite a while, never really cementing themselves as a top team in Europe, and hopefully as we go to play them, we'll be in terrific form with a game against Parma, Benevento and Crotone. Crotone, hopefully we'll have, hopefully we'll be unbeaten. You never know, viewers, you never bloody know. But against Lazio, away from home, never going to be an easy game. But yeah, let's say our goodbyes in the first episode with Milan. But of course, that is going to bring us to the end of episode 1. And what an episode it's been. It's been a very long episode. Episodes probably won't be as long as this. They'll probably be about 15, 20 minutes long. But obviously, because this is the first episode of a new series, it is going to be... it's a long one, so I hope you've got your brews ready for it, or you had your brew ready, should I say. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you're all going to love this series and enjoy it. If you have any suggestions or feedback, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'll read every single one. And if you've enjoyed it, why not feel free to subscribe so you're notified when I am when uploading a video. I nearly went all Twitch mode there. But speaking of Twitch, if you want to see me when I'm live, we're currently doing a Fulham save over on my Twitch. Make sure you follow me on there as well. It's down in the description below. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Stay safe, and I'll see you in episode 2. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.